So today the theme is let's get twisted. So we're gonna really explore different ranges of motion in our twists, in our arms, our hips, our ribs. So let's warm it up. So feet under your hips, go ahead and wiggle them out a little bit, and maybe bend your knees, and let's start our breathing. So hands on the low ribs, relax your shoulders, seal your mouth, and let's breathe in through the nose. Nice, slow, quiet breath. Let's see if we can breathe so quietly that you can't even hear yourself breathe. That's how soft it is. And when you get to the top, we exhale. Nice passive exhale. 2 more of those. It's even quieter, it's even softer, but we're feeling those low ribs move because we're breathing down low into the belly, using that diaphragm. Nice, and we're getting just a little more relaxed and a little more comfortable in the body every breath. So last one in here, nice and soft. Relaxing at the top of the breath and letting that exhale be nice and passive. Okay, keep that nice soft breathing. Let's take those arms out. Start to pat the belly. Wake up, give energy to your digestive system and to the center of your body. Good, and then let's go ahead and rub the belly. Bend your knees, shake those shoulders up and down, let everything just fall into the ground, get your ankles moving. Good, let it go. And we'll take the left hand out, pat the chest and down to the hand, give it a nice little clap. And top of the hand and up to the neck and the shoulder. Take the thumb up and bring it down. Take it back up and underneath and down the side of the body. You might just be waking up, or maybe you've been up for a little bit, but just kind of give some attention to that whole body. Top of the hand, up to the neck and the shoulder. Thumb goes up, coming down to the thumb line, and bringing it back underneath to the pinky line, and back down the side of the body. And bring it across the chest, and we'll give the chest a little rub, and the solar plexus, and then the belly. And then a little lean forward, pat your sacrum, bring it out into the glutes, and down the back of the body, up the inside, down the outside, and up the inside, and down the front, up the inside. Rotate your ribs to the left, right, right, and rub the belly. And we'll take big hip circles here, so hands on your hips, take it all the way around, lubricating the joints here. Good, and then let's go the other way. Awesome, bringing it back through center. Close your fists and open them wide. Get some movement in those hands. And let's take our flat back down. So big stretch to the sky, send the hips back, head forward, nice long stretch to the back of the legs, and then come all the way down. Let your head be heavy, bend your knees a little bit, and then let's roll it up. Engage the belly to help pull you up vertebrae by vertebrae. 2 more times, a little more fluid. Big stretch. Reach down, bend the knees, roll it up. And 1 more time. And come on down. And bend the knees, roll it up. Awesome, let's stack it up nice and tall. Keep your feet about shoulder distance apart. And I just want you to start just twisting the whole body. Let it flow, the legs are moving, hips, ribs, arms. Just kind of a nice little slow twist here. If you want, your arms can even kind of wrap around your back as you come around. I'm just warming up here. And then we're gonna start from the top of the shoulder here. So really rotating the back of your armpits up, and feel that nice rotation. You can move it all around. You can do it in different angles. And then let's really focus on from the elbow down, and then just the hands Good, and then let's start at the ribs. So the hips are gonna stay still and we're just gonna let the ribs twist a little side to side. Now, keep that low belly drawing in and up to your shoulder blades. You're gonna feel your abs kicking on as we do these twists. Yeah, so separating the upper body. And think about staying nice and tall through the crown of the head. We don't wanna like slunch over as we twist. We wanna twist directly on that axis. So we don't wanna crunch and then twist. We wanna keep it tall. And now let's bring it down to the hips so the ribs stay still and we're gonna move the hips around a little bit. Good. Woo, I'm feeling my core turn on here. I'm doing my best to keep my upper body still. I don't know if it's working. Good, maybe I need my feet a little closer. That feels better. Good, all right, now let's take it down into one hip and just kind of twist in the leg. And then maybe down at the ankle a little bit more. And then the other one. Good, and more a little down to the ankle. Good, all right, let's bring it down to the ground. So we're gonna come down into our 4-point kneel position with our knees directly under our hips and our hands are gonna come directly under the shoulders. Spread those hands nice and wide. And again, we're gonna be focusing in on moving into a little twist here. So keeping your nice neutral spine, so meaning that the tailbone and the crown of the head are long rather than dumping here or being too rounded. We're gonna think about twisting the ribs to lift the right arm up. So I'm gonna lift through the right ribs, lift the right arm up, take it down, and then lift the left ribs, take the left arm up, then take it down, and then I'm gonna lift my right hip up to bring the right knee up, take it down, left hip up, and down. So we're just gonna kind of walk around in that little pattern for a second, moving through the hips, and then up through the arms. I'm gonna switch it to the left arm starting, so lift the left rib, and then the right, and then the left, and then the right. One more time here, left, good, right, left, and right. Awesome, stay where you are. We're gonna take this into our hold. I haven't forgot, it's still happy hold it is. You didn't fool me. So we're gonna hold this 4-point kneel. Feel free to bring it down whenever you can, whenever you need to. So start with the arms, really wrap the tips of the elbows in, be strong in that upper back. Find length and tuck your toes so your big toes are tucked under. We're gonna take a big inhale here, feel a lot of length in our spine. As we exhale, I want you to imagine your thigh bones are pulling up into your pelvis, and that's what's bringing your knees up gently off the ground, maybe a centimeter. Really feel that connection, and we're gonna turn on that low belly. Nice, and then we're just holding here. And the head, if it's too aggressive, it can stay relaxed, or you can really draw that chin towards your neck, finding that nice head ramp there, chin tuck. Good. Keep breathing and holding. And imagine your whole abdominals are just wrapping around your spine like saran wrap here. And then we're gonna add a little twist here. So I'm just gonna twist my hips, drop my right knee down to the center, come back, twist, drop the left. And we're just gonna do that a few more times. Getting nice and warmed up here. Good, how about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Give me a nice rounded spine. So let the head drop, round the upper back, tailbone goes under. And then let's find length here, opening up the belly. One more time, round it, and lengthen it. Nice. From here, we're gonna stay in 4-point kneel. We're gonna do that arm lift again, the ribs lifting and the twist, but we're gonna follow it through with the arm. So think about the right rib trying to lift up, and then the right arm's gonna go long, and we're gonna let it follow through all the way up. Feel those arms trying to reach from each other here. Nice, and then let's dive the right arm through, reach it, and get a nice little stretch here. You can even bring your head down. And we'll do that 2 more times. Right rib starts to turn up, then the arm follows. Think about length through the crown of the head and the tailbone. And then let's dive it through. Stretch between the shoulder blades. One more time. Reach. And send it through. Awesome. Hold here for a second. Maybe a little like movement side to side. Opening up between those shoulder blades. Good, let's make our way back up to the top and let's go to the left side. So think about the left rib starting to reach, the arm follows through, we're finding length, and then we're gonna dive it through. You can come all the way down, take a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. 2 more times, up, and dive it through. Last one here. And dive it through. Let's stay there a little bit longer. Enjoy that stretch. Awesome. Come back in. From here, I'm going to have you rotate your palms up, bringing your elbows down out in front, and then we're going to sit our hips back into a little stretch up into the shoulders. So do your best to keep your palms up and sit back, allowing your ribs to drop towards the ground. Nice, now we're gonna take that right hand and we're gonna increase the stretch in the left hand by placing the right hand on top and trying to get that whole hand to stay down. And then go ahead and sit back and find that stretch there. Awesome, let's do it to the other side. So take your right palm up to the sky, plant your left hand on top, really imprint it down, and then let's send it back, stretching through that right shoulder a little bit more. Go ahead and just ease into this. And then while you're in these poses, try to soften that breathing. Keep it quiet in and out of the nose as best you can. Nice. Let's bring it back to the top and we're gonna come onto our right side. So I'm gonna come down onto my right hip here. And let's take the right leg out in front and the left leg back. So we're in our mermaid sit here, or our 90-90 here. Great. From here, we're going to lift straight up onto both knees. So if you need any support, you can bring a chair out in front, you can hold there, but we're just gonna think about lifting both hips, coming onto the knees, really sending those hips forward, and then we'll come down. We're gonna rotate our ribs over to the right and reach long through the left. Good, let's come back, and we go up, sit it down, rotate the ribs, reach over, and take a stretch. Let's do that a few more times. Up, down, rotate and reach. Good, last one, up, down, rotate, reach. Awesome, and now we're going to sweep our legs. So it might be hard to sit down all the way. Feel free to take a blanket or a yoga block and put it underneath your right hip to elevate you a bit here. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna get our weight onto our right hip so we can float the left leg up. You're already feeling it engage. If you need to touch your arm down, please feel free. Our goal here is not to lean too far to the side, but try to stay as lengthened as possible. And now inside the left hip, we're gonna rotate it around, drop both sit bones back down on the ground, and then sweep it back around behind us. Let's do that 3 more times. So we got 3, sweep it back. Good, arms can be out or up for more of a challenge, or you can be touching down for support. If it's too aggressive, elevate your hips off the ground. Nice job. Last one, go ahead and bring it down. Great, guys. We're gonna come down onto our knees now. So I want both of your knees down, and if it's available for you, I want you to sit all the way down to your heels. If that's too aggressive, you can rise up on your knees. And then let's take our hands into little prayer hands right at the center of the chest. And we're gonna start by rotating the ribs. So I want you to think about growing really tall through the ribs and rotating the rib cage to the left. Good. Come back through center, rise up on your knees, and let's rotate to the right. Awesome, come back through center. Step your left foot forward. So you're now in a kneeling position. Think about your inner thighs drawing towards each other, abdominals stay lifted. We're gonna twist over to the left, come back through center, and then we're gonna rise all the way up, and we'll rotate to the right. So let's see if we can do this again. Now step back with the right, come down, rotate to the left, both knees down, rotate to the right, seated to the left. Let's try that again. Up on the knees to the right, left foot forward, rotate, standing all the way tall to the right. Take it back and down, rotate left, rotate right, rotate left. Good, one more time. Up, rotate right, Rotate left, standing tall to the right. Working our way back down. Down to the left, to the right, and down to the left. Awesome, guys. Come back down into your kneeling mermaid here. So you got 90-90, but now we're on the other side. So we've got our left foot forward. Great. All right, we're gonna start the same way. Rising up on both knees, sending the hips forward. And when we come down, we rotate over the left and reach long through the right. And then let's flow there. Lift up, bring it down, rotate, reach. Again, putting anything underneath that left hip. So if you can't come down, if it's too hard to get all the way to the ground, bring the ground up to you. Put some blankets, pillows, yoga blocks, books, encyclopedias. Who still has an encyclopedia? Good. All right, now let's take it into that mermaid hip swivel. So if your arm goes down, great, or arms can reach out. We're gonna shift our weight into our left leg, the right leg hovers. We're turning on that hip, we're rotating, both hips come down, take it back. Take it around, take it back. So mobility, flexibility here, getting movement and strengthening here as well. Last one. Awesome. And come down. We're gonna come back onto our knees and we're gonna repeat our little twist combo, but this time we start twisting to the right. So hands at the chest, nice tall spine. Think about your ribs lifting up and around like they're going up and around a spiral staircase to the right, and then up and around to the left. Right foot steps forward, we go up and around to the right, stepping up, up and around to the left. Good, taking it down to the right, making you think a little bit today too, huh? To the left, to the right, up to the left, right foot forward, twist right, stepping up, twist left. Good, one more set here. Now it's one more set. I think I lied on that last one. To the left, to the right, to the left, step back down, twisting right, twisting left, kneeling down, twisting right. Awesome, guys. From here, we're gonna do a little thigh stretch, all right? So I want you to rise up on your knees, and you can take this really, really gently. Tuck your toes, knees are about hip distance apart, and what's really important here is we're gonna focus on this long line from our shoulders to our knees. We don't wanna break or arch the back. Think about your ribs holding in, or you could think about your heart melting down to your sacrum and your pubic bone drawing up towards your shoulder blades. So you have this firm diagonal up towards the shoulder blades and down. Holding there, we're gonna send the arms out in front about shoulder height, and from the creases of our knees, we're gonna hinge back until we feel the quad stretch, and back up. Good. You can move the arms as you come down and up. Now you can take this really light. We could skip it. You could just take a child's pose here if it's a little aggressive. But opening up, keep that lift, keep those glutes turned on, move it back in space. Good, 2 more. Awesome, 1 more. Coming all the way up. Great job, guys. Okay, we're gonna come down onto our side again. Let's take our right hip down. And we're going to align ourselves with the back of our mat. So I want your right elbow to come directly underneath your right shoulder. Your right hip is in a line. And then slide your knees back so you've got your knees, hips, and shoulder in alignment here. My mat's a little crooked, so it doesn't work for me here. Now what I want to focus on is what's happening in the shoulder. Do you feel how maybe your ribs are falling into the ground? Your shoulder might be kind of shrugging up. So let's really imprint that right forearm down, imprint it down so we can lift up out of the shoulder, and then feel like there's a little drawstring coming up under that right rib, drawing it up towards the sky. So we're in a side plank position. Let's do that a couple times, just kind of getting into the shoulder, getting out of the shoulder. Do you feel that strength in your upper back as you come up and out of the right shoulder? Good, kind of lifting under the armpit. Nice. And then we're gonna keep it on our knees, but this time we're gonna come up and out. And now with the strength of our core, we're gonna float our hips up. So now we're just in a nice little diagonal plank here, staying on our knees, but we feel a lot of lift under the ribs. Now we're gonna take our left hand underneath the base of the skull, or you can just cross it across your chest. And we're gonna do a little rotation here. So keeping really lifted through the right side, I'm gonna rotate, elbow comes down and up. I don't care if it touches the ground. I want you to focus on your ribs moving here. Around and up. Around and up. Doesn't need to touch. Take it around and up. 2 more times. Last one. When you get back, can you send that left arm over? Take a real big lift and then come all the way down. We're gonna roll on to our backs now. We're gonna go into crisscross. Some people might think this looks like bicycles. It has a similar look, but it has a little different intention. So we're gonna really focus on staying long in our spine. It's not about getting your knee to your elbow. So first, we wanna think about our nice long neutral pelvis, hips are shining up, and then we're gonna think about sinking the thigh bones in and draw them up into tabletop. Now we're already activating that core. Nice. From here, interlace the hands underneath the base of the skull and think about dragging your head away and then curling up through the ribs. So then we're finding a lot of length there. Nice. Let's start nice and slow. I'm going to extend my left leg nice and long. And now I'm going to take my left rib and try to rotate it towards my right inner thigh. I don't need to touch my knee to my elbow. I just got to get that little twist there. Good. Exhale through center. Right leg goes long, really feel it stretch long. Right rib comes towards the left inner thigh. Now go ahead and just take your time here, switching from side to side, and feel free to keep one leg down on the ground instead. Still getting that sincere twist. Nice. Good. Just a few more here. Working all the way around. For 3, and 2, and 1, and bring it in. Let's hug our knees in for a second and just stir in one direction and then the other. We're gonna do little windshield wipers with our legs. So let's bring our feet down about the frame of our mat and then let our knees twist to the right and then to the left. And we're just gonna let them flow in internal and external rotation, working all the way around. Okay, just enjoy that nice little twist in the hips, loosening up the low back. Excellent. Bring it back through center. Starting again, think about those thigh bones really sinking in. Let's bring the legs up, and this time we're going to bring them together. And now we're going to put our arms out like a big T, an imprint, and we're going to try to keep as stable as we can as we let our hips swivel to the right and then draw back up to center. See if you can keep the opposite shoulder down. So let's take the knees to the left, keeping the right shoulder down, and exhaling center. Inhaling to the right, exhaling center, inhaling to the left, exhaling center. Good, whatever range is working for you here, don't overdo it. Keeping those shoulder blades down on the ground. Good, we'll do one more set each side. Inhaling over, exhaling center, and inhaling to the left, exhaling center. Bring the knees in one more time, feet as wide as the mat, and let's windshield wiper again. Just because it feels so good. Just get those legs to move. Amazing. We still have that side plank to work on the left, so when you're ready, let's bring ourselves up and we'll come over onto our left side. So left forearms coming down. We're trying to align our shoulders, hip, and knees. So we're really open through the front of the hips. I'm not creased at the front of my hips here. Elbows underneath the shoulder. Just let it go for a second. And now send energy into the mat, lift out, feel that left shoulder slide down, feel the lower ribs lift as if there's like a little drawstring coming up to the sky. Let's do that a few times. So we really learn to get out of the shoulder, find some stability in that upper back and find the strength there in your lats, underneath your armpit there. Good, let's hold that. And then from here, we're gonna rise up, lift the hips. So now our hips are lifted. Good, from here, hand comes to the back and we're gonna rotate down and back up. Ribs are rotating. Good, let's go for 3 and 2 and 1, and then hold it center, send it over, big stretch, and let's come all the way down. Great, guys, and we're just gonna finish with a quick little stretch here. So let's go ahead and come back into our child's pose. We're gonna take our knees wide, big toes are gonna touch, and we're gonna sit back into our hips, and then allow the arms to reach out in front for a second. And allow your head to come down. Now just take those soft breaths and really send them into your low belly, feeling your low back open up. Good, let's walk both hands over to the left and take a little side stretch here. And then walk both hands over to the right and sit back into a stretch here. Excellent, back through center. Come on up, take a seated position, and if you'd like to sit on a towel or a blanket, feel free to do that. Just crisscross your legs either way. We're gonna lift the ribs, take those arms out, let the ribs move. Let's twist to the right. And then let's go ahead and place the arms down. Take an inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, go ahead and twist a little deeper if you want, and then let your head follow all the way over the right shoulder. Take another soft breath here. Okay, come back up, take it out. Let's take it over to the left. And then the hands can come down. We can lift a little taller, twist a little deeper. And then look all the way over the left shoulder. Good, come back. Let's walk our hands out, take a little stretch here. And maybe a little rainbow side to side if that feels good. And then we'll walk it in. We're gonna switch our legs, so go the other way. Sit up nice and tall, take those arms out wide. Let's twist to the left first, so lift up tall. Use the strength of your abs to bring you around. Then the hands come down, we'll get a little taller. And then twist a little deeper, let the head follow through. Then arms out wide. Lift up and around to the right. Take the hands down, get a little taller. Take a little deeper twist, looking all the way over the right shoulder. Come back, let's walk it out. Let the head go, maybe rainbow a little side to side if that feels good. Walk it back up, let's roll it up. Now we're just gonna take those arms, rotate the palms up, and let's just take a couple of little angels here. Palms rotated up, really twisting the back of the armpit up to the sky. One more nice big inhale here at the top. And then exhale, bring those arms all the way down.